Hey folks, welcome to today's SAMradar.com mission of the day. And today we're going to learn about SAMradar's navigation features that come right here in your SAMradar notification. So we open up the awards monitor notification, and we talked about contacting the buyer the other day. You can do that real quick just by popping this button, and you can shoot out an email right to the contracting officer. Why do we do that? Because this is the number one action item that most people are going to want to do. And then the next thing we're going to talk about is when you're picking up the phone, like we did yesterday, to talk to the buyer, you might want to know a little bit more about what that buyer does and the type of activity that that buyer has, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to open up this activity and we're going to log into our SAMradar account, and bam, we see that we have access to the buyer information. This 5 years is going away, so it might not even be there, but you're just looking for the past 12 months by NAICS codes and by PSCs. Why do we do that? So that you can get smarter, and so does your SAMradar, about the PSCs and NAICS codes that matter to you. So here we see the award to Wichita Falls Tri-Tech. That was the one that popped up on your SAMradar just yesterday. That's what we're talking about today, right? So we could see the different NAICS codes. And we see also that Lynn doesn't just have a relationship with Tri-Tech. She's got relationships with all kinds of vendors that you want to be on this list, because this lady, Lynn, is spending tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions of dollars a year on contracts that you could be winning. So what we can do is we can go down and we can see the buyer activity for the past 12 months. And like I said, that can go by NAICS or by PSCs. And it's easy to be able to then see what this buyer is doing. And you might bring that up in your conversation with Lynn when you pick up the phone and you talk to them. But the most important thing is this helps you gain understanding about this buyer and the way that this buyer goes about purchasing and the types of relationships that that buyer has. Now, you might be surprised about the extensive history in some of these buyers, or you might be surprised that they don't have a whole lot of history at all. And that gives us some additional insight on how long they've been working and the types of contracts they're doing. So, and don't worry about if the contracts aren't exactly in your space when you're diving into them, because you know that they are playing in your space, because SAMradar said that they're hitting in your NAICS code or your PSCs, or even better, vendor that you're tracking. So we'll get into vendor tracking another time. But today, your mission, just try out and just take a look at the buyer activity, pop in and say, hey, what have you done? Ooh, there's a lot of contracts in the past 12 months, right? Ultimately, your job, build a relationship with that buyer. This helps you understand that buyer and ask questions of that buyer. Use this to ask an intelligent question to a buyer about the way they're buying. If you have any questions, make sure you're asking your federal business advisor. They are there to help you streamline the system, and also come to the Monday roundtables, share your success stories, even share your failures, because we're all here to help you get to the end goal of winning more federal contracts. And that's what we all want. And everybody there is on that same mission as you are. So mission today, just check out the buttons. They're all right here. SAMradar.com delivers them to you every day. Stay in touch, come to the Monday roundtables, and I will see you there.